Test. Okay.
Big Mountain Trouble. I can't.
This is the difference between Bandit and Brit. Here's Brit. Come here. Yeah, what a good girl. Yeah, you're so good. Yes, you are. And Bandit. Bandit! Bandit! Come on! To be continued. Welcome to episode 8 of Big Mountain Trouble. This is like a bad episode of MTV Cribs. So this is the Planet Fiction headquarters. It says Mystery Video Game Studio on the front because on my last project I couldn't let people know what I was working on for a while. So I just kind of threw that up on the office door. This is the office. This is where I do the bulk of my work. Pretty straightforward, but I'll go through the areas one at a time. So important because I work long hours, lots of food. Books are a big part of my process. So these all represent sort of projects and stuff that I pull inspiration or process from. Find this stuff has been invaluable. I'm a self-taught writer, producer, all that kind of stuff. Dungeons and Dragons, my earliest sort of, this is how you make a game kind of stuff. This book here was probably one of the most impactful to me. It showed me how you could storyboard out scenes from a script, how to really visualize things and talk about taking things to the next level. So everywhere I go, lots of books. Over here, wall real estate is a big part of what I look for in an office. So I'm a to-do list kind of guy. Right now I'm trying to think of a name, a working title name. That's what I'm sticking with, PF Verse, PFV, for my fictional universe. Lots of to-do lists, some research on how many words equal how many pages. And then over here, this is kind of neat. These are all the Planet Fiction titles I'll be creating over the future. They all tie into each other. They're all under one universe, and more on that later. With the book Slice that I'm working on, there's quite a lot of characters at the start. So in order of importance, I kind of list them all out. This is all cannon fodder down here. The opening of the book takes place with 2 helicopter crews. This is just a reminder of who's in Chopper 1, who's in Chopper 2. Up here are the locations, again, just to remind myself that I have to figure out some names and things like that, and a map. I tend to draw out maps when I'm writing and creating, just so I can get a geographical breakdown of what's happening in the narrative. Just some random stuff on my desk. Very cool. And then we get to my computer setup. So what I like to do is primarily work with laptops because I tend to travel a lot and I take my laptops on road trips and always writing. I've written everywhere from coffee shops, hotel rooms, airports, and back in the day, an armored personnel carrier where I was just scribbling out notes. There's no excuse. You should always be writing no matter where you are. But what I do when I'm stationary is I have a wireless keyboard and mouse, pretty simple, a TV screen, hook it up to the laptop. There's my whole writing setup. I tend not to have this one connected to the internet very much. I like to keep it isolated, and that's where I do most of my work. Over here, the second computer is more like a media center. So when I work, I always have to have something playing in the background. A lot of the time it's music, but other times it's movies and TV shows. The key is something I've seen a million times before. It's just background noise. One of my favorite things that I write to is the Buffy the Vampire series, Buffy the Vampire Slayer series. It's one of my favorite shows. I just love the tone of it and the pace of it, and it works really well for me. So this is my basic setup. I kind of have the same thing at home. I really like this window. You caught me on kind of a rough day because it's the start of winter, but usually past those trees, you can see Mount Roberts and then Red Mountain. I'll show that on another time. So this is the Planet Fiction office. It's cozy, works well. In a few weeks, I'll actually be moving somewhere else, so I'll show you an updated version of that. But yeah, I'd love to hear and see other people's offices. Let me know in the comments or email me at Sean at Planet Fiction Studios. Always curious about other people's working spaces. So there you go. Thanks.
But come on, do it. Jump. Better not. Laura might find out. Because Brit will narc on us. Hey? Yeah.
Hit like and subscribe. Send me some feedback at Sean at planetfictionstudios.com. And as always, thanks for tuning in.